Good morning, everyone. I'm going to show you how to multiply binomials today. I'm going to show you two different methods, and then I'm going to give you the option of choosing whichever method you like best to use. The first method we call the double distribute. This is where you're going to be using the distributive property, which you should know and feel comfortable with at this time. This is where you're going to take this first variable, this x here, and you're going to multiply it times the x in the first one. So that should give you an x squared, because you remember we add the exponents. So x times x gives us an x squared. Then we're going to take the x and multiply it times the 3. So that's going to give us a 3x. Now that we're done with the first variable, we're going to go and we're going to multiply by this 5 here. And we're going to multiply the 5 times the x and then the 5 times the 3. So the 5 times the x is going to give us a 5x. Oops. And the 5 times the 3 is going to give us a 15. Now when we go to combine these, we have to combine this 3x and this 5x because we want everything to be in simplest terms. So this is going to be x squared, oops, plus 8x plus 15. Now that should be our final answer. We're going to follow the same principle down here with our 2x plus 3 and our 4x plus 5. So we're going to do 2x times 4x, and that's going to give us 8x squared. The 2x times the 5, which is going to give us a 10x. Then we're going to do 3 times 4x, which would be a 12x. And then we're going to do the 3 times the 5, which will give us a 15. Remember, we want to reduce the simplest term, so we're going to have to combine these two terms in the middle. So that's going to give us an 8x squared. Which would be 22x plus 15. Now, the second method is very closely related to lattice multiplication. So you set up your boxes just like you would if you were doing lattice multiplication. You take your first term, you put it across the top. Take your second term, you put it along the right-hand side. So you have x plus 5 on the top and x plus 3 going down the right-hand side. X times x gives you x squared. So you put your x squared in this box. If it will let me. There we go. And then we're going to do 5 times x. That gives me a 5x. Now see, this is the box that intersects where the 5 and the x are. So that's the reason why this is where the 5x goes. Now 5 times 3, that's 15. And then this would be the box where 3x goes. Now remember, when you're doing lattice multiplication, you add everything diagonally. So you're going to bring down your 15. Then you're going to add your 5x and your 3x to get your 8x. And then you're going to bring down your x squared. Once again, you're going to set everything up like lattice. First term goes on the top. Second term goes along the side. 3 times 4x is going to give me a 12x. That's going to go here inside this box. Three times 5 is going to give me a 15. 2x times 5 gives me a 10x. And 4x times 2x gives me an 8x squared. Now, remember, we're going to add diagonally, so there's no boxes diagonally to this 15, so we're going to bring the 15 down. $12x plus 10x is going to give me my 22x. So these two boxes combine to give me my 22x. And then I'm going to bring down my 8x to go in the front. 8x squared. Okay, so there you go. There's two different methods to multiply binomials. You can choose whichever one you like the best, whichever one you think is the easiest. The double distribute is nice for binomials. The box method is nice if you like to keep organized, and it's better for, personally, I think it's better for when you have to do a binomial times a polynomial, but it's whatever you prefer. So have a good day, guys. If you need any help, be sure to contact me.